Wanted to give you a quick update from the trail. I am in Oregon at Callahan's Lodge, which is my first stop in Oregon, so I've made it here. You'll see the videos on that one later. Not going to have some videos for the rest of the month. I realized around South Lake Tahoe, when I was adding up all the miles and the days and how much time I lost off trail, that there was really no chance of me finishing the trail this year, unfortunately. It's a disappointment to me because I had always intended to, but in order for me to finish the trail, I'd have to be like probably 3 weeks or more, actually probably the fourth week of October. And you shouldn't be hiking through the North Cascades, aka Washington, in North October. You're just inviting trouble, rolling the dice whether you're going to get a fatal snowstorm or not. So I don't plan on doing that. I plan on hiking as far as I can, probably to the end of the month, maybe the first week of October. Depends on what the weather looks like, how far I get and everything. But that's kind of my plan. In the interim, I'm just not going to have a chance. I won't be stopping at places where I'm going to be able to edit and upload videos, and I'm just going to spend my time hiking. So since I have only one video in the hopper to share with you guys right now, I'll have to wait until I've hung up my trekking poles for the year in order to edit the other ones and get those out to you. After this next video that comes out, I think the first Sierras video will probably be the last video I do. That may have already occurred by the time you see this video, and I'll be down the road or farther north in Oregon by the time this comes out. So I've already made some good miles. So disappointing to me, but not the end of the world. I don't want to do anything stupid. Last year, when I was reading the story about the German girl who was trying to finish the trail in mid-October and was going into Washington, even against the advice of some others, and she got caught in a snowstorm and got trapped there, and she really thought she was going to die and was writing out a note to her parents. But fortunately, a lady who had met her at Snoqualmie Pass had said, I don't think you should be hiking up there. It gets dangerous if the storms come in. And that lady called search and rescue, and they came and got her. So I swore at that point, okay, if I'm in that situation, if I'm late, I'm not going to go through and risk it. It doesn't make sense. It's, finishing the trail is not worth risking your life, in my opinion. So I won't do it. Where did the time go? That's something I've had plenty of time to sit on the trail and go, man, where did my time go? I started early so that this wouldn't be a problem. Where are the big blocks? And, and can I live with those blocks? So obviously I took a couple weeks off and back up to Washington. I don't regret that at all. I got to see my girlfriend, and that was totally worthwhile to me. Her kids, got to see my friends, got to see the new prairie pups. So I think that was good, and I way more than had enough time built into my schedule to absorb that, so that wasn't a problem. There's the zeros I took along the trail, and I don't regret those either, because some of them you have to take for recovery, some of them you take just to enjoy what you're doing. That's not a problem. I don't have any problem with that. You got to do that along the trail. You got to rest and enjoy yourself. Where the time really went, I lost a week trying to wait for my feet to recover, which they didn't. So that was kind of a wasted week. They didn't recover, and I've been hiking for 1,300 miles on numb feet anyway. So it was kind of a wasted week. I should have just gone, but hindsight is 20/20. And the other more than 2 weeks was lost to this whole peon blood thing. Now, knowing what I know now, I could have just said, well, forget it. It's not the end of the world. Just keep on going, and I would have had way more time to get farther north and would have been in a good position to finish Washington on there. So, I lost over 3 weeks with various health related issues. But, that's life, and that kind of thing happens. And so I'm not going to sit here and worry too much about it. I mean, I beat myself up a little bit because, I'm very task oriented, and I like to finish the things I started. So for me, it's like, well, darn it. I set out to do this thing and I'm not doing it. But I will do it. No matter how far I get this year, and my plan is to finish Oregon minimally, which I don't see any problem in doing, and getting to Cascade Locks, which is the northern point of Oregon, and maybe some into Washington. So if I can get to some into Washington and get to White Pass or something, that would be great too, because I can make big miles now, whereas I won't be able to later. But I'll come back out next year and work more on the trail, because I will finish this trail. There's no way I'm going to do 2,100, 2,200 miles and not finish out the trail. I will finish out the trail. Again, I'm task oriented. I finish what I start. So I won't be able to claim a through hike, but I will be able to finish the trail, and that'll be a momentous occasion. Now, that disappointment, you can be sad about it and everything, but I choose to try to reframe things, right? And look at it in a good light. And reframing doesn't mean lying to yourself. It can also be true, look at the bright side of it. So the bad side is I don't finish it this year. That's the con. I don't finish it this year. I'm disappointed. I can't, if I come back, I can't do the big miles that I can do now, because I hike 10 to 12 hours every day. You just can't. You can't do the same miles. Those are the cons. And then the bragging rights of having done it, I suppose. That's a con too. I can never say, oh, I through hiked it. Well, I attempted a through hike. I'm a through hiker, because I'll still claim that title. I've lived the through hiker life, but I can't say that I through hiked it in 1 year. But I can come back out and enjoy it instead of racing the snow and not really enjoying it, just trying to get miles, head down. I can come back out and say, you know what? I'm fresh. Hopefully my feet are healed and I'm not walking on numb/hurting feet the entire time. And I can come back out when the flowers are back out. And more importantly, I can come back out with my girlfriend or some friends, and we can hike together. And I'd say that's one thing that I've realized while I'm going along this trail is I've always been kind of fine by myself type of guy, more introverted, I suppose, but not that introverted. And this trail would be a lot more fun if you had a friend or friends to hike along with. And so that's one of those things where I kind of think like, wow, that would be fun. Washington's my home state. I can finish it out. I can finish out the trail hiking with others. I can go by myself too, especially on a section that may not be as fun for other people. Like, oh, there's a lot of up and down on this one. Well, other people might go, yeah, you do that section by yourself. But I think that I could get excited about, and that actually I am excited about, because there are so many times when I wish my girlfriend could have been with me to share in some of the things that I'm seeing, because video is one thing, photos are one thing, but there's no substitute for being there. And some of the things I've seen, everything's just a poor substitute. When you're walking through fields of lupin or wildflowers or something with mountains and views, you just can't substitute actually being there to experience that. So being able to share that will be exciting for me. So that's the update. Going to be a little hiatus on the videos. When I'm done, get them edited, I will release them faster than I've been doing one a week, Now I'll release them faster. I don't know what schedule, but I'll get them edited and updated so that you can follow along. And when I come back out and finish the trail, since I started with the videos, I'm going to finish with the videos. I will record video and I'll put it back up here if you're still interested and want to see the completion of the trail. Then those videos will be there for you to check out. Until then, I'm going to go hike Oregon, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to try to get some big miles in and get it done as quickly as possible, and take advantage of this conditioning that I have right now, now that I'm out of California. So I will look forward to sharing those experiences with you, and catch you later.